There's nothing special about today, April 4th. I like that. Boo! Ah! April Fools!
Just
there you go. See, you hear the sounds? Okay. Hi, everybody. My name is Nelson Buck. This is the Marduk's Daily Live Chat, and welcome in. There's some new members that are watching us. If you are new here, put in the comments what you want us to talk about. If you're watching us on YouTube, make sure to subscribe, like, and comment. Comment with what you want us to talk about, or if you have comments on the show itself. For those of you that want to get in on the actual live part of the show here, you can do so by simply asking. We'll private message you the web address to the show itself. Yeah, we got a lot of new faces in the group today since yesterday. I won't mention why, because John doesn't want me to talk about that. Right, John? It's not fair, right, John? It's just not fair. Okay, so I wanted to talk about yesterday's ordeal a wee bit, but I don't want to get into all the heavy details. I'm not. Oh, give me 1 second here. This isn't working again. Why isn't this working? I don't want to get into all the heavy details and stuff like that, but a lot of you guys out there know that yesterday YouTube had a live active shooter incident, and the person who did the shooting has passed away. I did a video on it and got tons and tons of views on that, and a lot of good comments. Nearly 60, 70 comments. People really got into the conversation yesterday on that video. That was impressive. I think it's the first time that we had a video of that magnitude. You can see that on my personal channel. I'll put a link in the description after this show is done. You guys we can link back to that.
What happened?
Oh, there was an active shooter. There was a shooter at YouTube's headquarters yesterday in I can't remember the name of the town now. St. Bruno? No, not St. Bruno. San
Antonio.
Yeah, San Antonio. Yeah. No, not San Antonio. No, that's Texas. No, San Bruno. Yeah. Anyhow, I got my director on the other side of the wall is like, San Bruno. It's all okay, I got it. So, but hold on, but Lauren, go look it up on the news. It's everywhere in the news right now. I don't want to get into that part because I don't want to advertise.
Okay.
I don't want to advertise the shooter as such. You know.
Yeah.
What I want to get into is what about these companies, and YouTube is one of them. Let's face it. Having these affiliate programs and these money-making programs to the point where people make money on these things, and then they just up and change the rules on these programs, not caring what really happens in people's lives. Now, if I was a company in the case instead of YouTube, if it was Marduk's, and let's say we had layers of achievement that you had to achieve before you could cash out, the $100 minimum, for example. And it took you 4 years to get to the 100. Or even if it took you a year to get to $100 in earnings, and every time you asked for it, no, you need to have $100 minimum, and you had a whole bunch of paperwork and steps you had to jump through, a lot of stuff to jump through, to be okayed and accepted. You did all your steps, you did all your stuff, you're at $98 and change, you're like, almost my first $100 check. Then Marduk comes along and says, sorry guys, you don't qualify anymore because we just changed the rules to something totally different, totally outrageous relative to what you're doing, and then we demonetize you. But now, 3 months later, we contact you and say, oh, you're not monetized anymore. You're not eligible for monetization. Your wallet is now empty. That would piss off a lot of people. I think to the point where the police and lawyers would be called, and I would have been called a scam. Am I right, John?
Yep.
Absolutely. In the affiliate marketing industry, right? They could have at least just left the money there. It wouldn't have hurt them. It was already paid out, technically, right?
Yeah.
Well, YouTube did this not to one person, not to 10 or 100. I said 100,000 in my video, but they did this to 95% of their YouTuber base, their client base, their membership base, which I think adds up to well over 1 million, if not more. I'm not even sure how many million people are on YouTube. But if you take 95 of those people, just instantly, some lost what they earned, like in my case, to $98. I was just about there because I wanted to frame the first $100 check. I want to copy it and frame it and put that in the wall. That's my first YouTube check. And it just disappeared overnight. I was pissed. That's where we went over to Twitch. And then what was I going to say? Oh yeah, hey, we got people in the group. Cool. And then, but they didn't just do it to us, but they demonetized a lot of videos. People who were earning money, and in the range of $100,000 a month. Now, when you have $100,000 a month, it sounds like a lot. Oh, I can pay for a lot of bills. I can pay for anything in our life. But when you got $100,000 a month, you're buying a mansion, you're buying a Lamborghini, you're buying the in-ground pool all on credit, and then demonetization or reduction, and now instead of getting $100,000, you're at $10,000, $5,000. Now you have people who have mansions, cars, pools, their families going. Well, there are people in Los Angeles that had to sell their dream homes and move into apartments because what they're doing currently is no longer earning the revenue that it used to. Okay, and I'm all for telling people, don't put all your money into one basket. Don't count on any one website to say, here, we're going to pay you all the money you need. That's bad. Or off the bat, you should diversify. You need a merch store. You need a website. You need a membership group, separate from, in this case, let's say YouTube, or even Marduk's or John's website. Don't count on just one place to give you money. Yeah. If Lauren wants to drive for Uber, don't just count on Uber. Do other stuff. Make sure you got multiple streams of income coming in. But the way YouTube went about doing this, and I wasn't the only one back 3-4 months ago that said, there's going to be hell to pay. Somebody's going to snap. And I think what happened yesterday was that case. The lady was not a terrorist. She is not a terrorist in any sense of the word. I don't think she's a terrorist. Some people say she's a terrorist. She's not part of any terrorist group, but she did have a mental deficiency. She had a mental issue, psychological issues. Minus her income, she lives in a short range from there. It was A equals B leads to C. You see, I'm not justifying what she did. I still say, like I said in my video, guns and shootings and stabbings and bombings are the last. It should never be done. Never it should be done. We got to be able to use our words. We got to be able to use our minds logically and be adults and say, hey, look, I don't think what you're doing is right. If we all stand up together as 100,000 people or 1 million people go against YouTube, that would make a change. But going in there with guns is just going to make things a lot worse. I think we all agree, right? But getting back to why I'm bringing this up, membership sites I'm seeing are doing this. Regular traffic exchanges, membership sites, you get to a point and then they're like, oh, you don't qualify yet. And there's nothing written saying how you're supposed to qualify. So you expect that $100 payout and then you don't qualify. And then you got to do something else. You've seen that, guys?
I've heard it happening before. Yeah.
I'm gonna put my headphones on, otherwise I'm gonna get echoing.
Yeah,
hello, Mr. Buck and Mr. Kustra. Mr. Kustra.
So guys, I have to go. I have to go bring some stuff to my brother.
Charge them for it. You need Wi-Fi, money, service.
He helps me enough.
No, you still need Wi-Fi.
He helps me enough.
Okay, take care, Lauren. We'll talk to you soon.
Bye, Lauren.
I lost my cap, and I don't know where my cap went now, and I'm like, this is my headphones are all loose. Hi, hello, Michael. Are you there, Michael?
He's muted, so.
Damn internet.
Damn internet. What'd you say?
Bedroom floor. They were with your jeans.
Oh, okay, got it. I got one ear and I got the other sounds going on. I got John yakking in the other ear. Nelson, I love you. You're so great. You're wonderful. And I got my wife going, your stuff is upstairs on the floor. And I'm like, oh my God. Oh wait, I got the voices mixed up. Love you, honey. I'll see you after we get back. So what do you guys think about everything that's going on? And the other thing, what I hate about the media, let's just put this on the table. The mainstream media, it has the audacity to be going around and saying, because it's a female shooter at the situation, she was taking revenge on a boyfriend. Okay. I mean, isn't that seriously the signs of a certain company saying, It has nothing to do with us. It has to do with a lover spat. Somebody snapped because of love. Yeah, no, it's not. And I think
sometimes the media can only report what they get.
they made it up because there was never any talk by the officials that it was anything to do with anything relationship at all.
Yeah, I didn't. Like I said, I didn't get to see.
Yeah.
I saw the beginning of the report.
Yeah.
Then that was when, I was tired and I.
Well, I am impressed with the police how they came on scene so quick, and it was.
I heard about that.
Yeah, it was 2 minutes.
I heard they were on it. I heard the local police did really well.
That's right. No, they did really good on that. They got there quick. They took care of it really quick. But I don't think she was a terrorist as such. I think it's just somebody who snapped. When you pile on too much crap in people's lives, and as companies, you have to take that into account. You've got to take into account that humans will snap if you put on too much crap.
Sometimes it's amazing that more people haven't snapped already. Luckily, the large majority of society, even though they might be extremely upset about a lot of things, they're sane enough not to act on things in the wrong way.
That's right.
But there's people, governments and companies and so on and so forth, they can consider themselves lucky that is so.
That's right.
Because what happens daily with people in their lives and stuff, and these institutions and companies and whatever, they don't care really.
They don't. They're nameless, faceless monstrosities of business that don't take into human emotions and the human mind into account whatsoever.
And then when something happens, it's not their fault, like you said.
Back in the day with our website, we went from being $5 a month to and then we jumped to $19.95 a month. The people that were at $5, we didn't tell them, hey, sucks to be you guys. You were paying $5, now you have to pay $19.95. If you were at $5, and some people still are at $5 a month, and they just make sure that $5 a month gets out, you're going to stay at $5, the grandfather clause, And the ones that are at $19.95, John, damn cold. As long as they stay paying at $19.95, they won't have to be obliged to pay the $24.95 for however long it is. Because it's not John's fault that the price went up.
Yeah.
John came in at $19.95. John made a point at make sure that his membership payment is $19.95 each month. He makes his payment, or he does the effort to make sure it's covered every month. Whereas Michael came in today and goes, "Oh, I'm $24.95." Well, sucks to be you, Mike. But if and when the price goes up again in the future for whatever reason, Mike and John will be stuck at their prices. They won't be obliged unless they drop their accounts. And I think we have a 90-day span. If you go past 90 days, past the last payment, it used to be 30. Now we have it at 90. So if you go past 3 months of doing nothing at all with your account, then you're put up to the current price, which I think is fair, right?
Yeah, it's fair.
But we took into account the human factors. Human beings do have problems. Sometimes people have problems paying their bills. It happens.
Sure does.
Even for the rich. Even for the rich. Right, Mike? Come on, Michael, talk. So
how you doing, Mike?
So, Michael, you were closer to the shooting than we were.
Yeah, what about it?
Yeah, how nuts was it? Okay, Michael's in Surrey, BC. This happened in San Francisco, so it's a little ways away.
Hey, listen. I'll be like the one in Alaska there. What's her name there? She could see Russia from her backyard.
Really? Are you serious?
That's what she said.
What was her name? Yeah.
What was her name there? The governor.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
She ran for president.
No, they can't see the.
No, they can't.
Yeah, but she said this.
But she said that.
Was it that win?
Hey! Whoa! Hey, put your hand up if you want to talk, old man.
What was her name there, the governor?
I don't know. Oh, you're asking.
Can't remember.
You're asking John who it is.
I can't remember her name, but yeah.
Wasn't it Win Somebody?
No.
Possible.
Yeah, John, Mike, you know how to do research.
Darn internet.
Darn internet. Hey, Johnny, we haven't done an ad spot in ages.
Yeah.
And I can't do it. I have no idea how to do it.
Well, it's not difficult if you want to talk about a cool site like this site called Bannertize,
Sure.
because it's a pretty cool banner advertising site to where you can join for free, for one thing, and when you join, you get some code.
Just
Sarah Palin.
yeah, do the ad. Don't look at the chat.
When
Sarah Palin.
when you join the site, the purpose of the site is to get your banner ads shown on other people's sites. So when you join, you get a piece of code to put on your website. Get it? You have to have a website. And what the code is for a banner rotator. And at the moment, you can submit 468 by 60 ads.
Yep.
And the other size.
No,
the tower.
468 by 60. No, 728 by 90.
Yeah.
Do you want 468 by 60? Really?
Yeah. Wait a minute.
Because it's a smaller rectangular banner.
Yeah.
Do we want to run those? Because you keep saying
They're the most popular. They're the most popular though.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, well then as of next week we're gonna run those also then. There.
It's Sarah Palin.
Sarah Palin, cool. So bannertize.com, really cool system. Put the code on your site, and 2-to-1 ratio. For every 2 banners that are seen, your banner will get shown once.
Yes.
And what's the other great thing about the site, John? What's the other one great thing about the site?
It's free.
It's free. Nobody can buy their way in, right?
Yeah, you cannot buy impressions. Okay, so you have to actually go through the motions of having the code on your site, active on your site, and if it's not there, then your banners don't get seen, because it's a 2-to-1 ratio, like Nelson just mentioned. You show 2 folks' banners, and then your banner gets shown once and on someone else's site, and it's a cool thing. It's a cool thing.
That's right.
And at the moment, yeah, you got the leaderboard size and the tower size.
Yeah, what is it, 120 or 160 by 600? I can't remember my own sizes. Yeah. I'll have to go back and look at what the sizes are. I completely forgot about them.
I mean, I could do something like write this down, but hey.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, maybe we should.
Overrated.
Yeah, but then you'll get this. Hey everybody, go to bannertize.com and you can get this and this and this. You don't really want that. I mean, I'd rather see John Brewer do it naturally. Granted, if he actually got some sleep, unlike myself. Oh no, it's the other way around. I didn't get sleep. I didn't get any sleep last night. I didn't get any sleep last night. We'll
watching your ratings.
watching the counter of the video go up and up and up and up. It's like, hey, 5,000. Well, right now I can't remember. What is it at right now? I'm just curious. Right now. Reload. We are at. Come on, YouTube. Should be faster than that. 5,675 views. And it's still going up. I have no, and I didn't know. I don't know what I did. So, Dad, what do you think about this whole ordeal about businesses that are playing games and then get smacked back in the face and don't realize? Let's face it. They're like, what happened? We didn't see this happening. Any word on that?
Yeah, they're all American.
Oh my God! I almost lost that one. Damn Americans!
I'm outnumbered here.
No, this isn't bad. This isn't bad. You got a German and 3 Canadians. This is a Canadian show.
In Canada, they do drive-by shooting.
Oh, yeah. Drive-by.
Only in Surrey, remember that.
Drive-by. It's drive-by smiles. I wrote a comment. One person said how the world, there was a comment on my video from last night, the world is becoming so terrible and there's all these terrible things going on and I can't continue talking about this. I'll break into tears again. It's so depressing. And I wrote back to the person, I said, you know what you have to do in that case is you have to do something nice for one person and then tell that person to do something nice for the next person, you see. And the person wrote back to me, and my comment was a little longer than that. You know, you only see the dark if you're never shown the light, you know. And the person wrote back to me saying, I don't want to help my family. Well, I wasn't talking about family. I was talking about just in general, anybody. A homeless person, buy them a donut. Get them a sandwich. Help somebody push a car out of the mud or out of the snow. Somebody
buy a membership at Mardon's.
Yeah, under my dad, obviously. Somebody's at the till and they're missing that, you know, that $1.25 to pay for that can of soup. Just pay for the can. Mike knows what I'm talking about. Mike went a little too far. Mike paid for the whole thing. Am I right, Mike?
Hey, listen. You have people that need money, man. When you see a woman and kids starting to count her stuff and she's got too much in her basket.
Yeah.
You know, and she starts taking away this and she says, well, how much is this? And she takes away that and all that. You know, you have to feel sorry for that.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
You know?
Yeah.
Because most of these women that do that.
Did you pay for the whole thing or just what was left over?
No, I paid for the whole thing.
You paid for the whole thing. Yeah, that was. You want to tell people about it? So
I mean, she had tears in her eyes, the woman.
Oh yeah.
You know.
That's it.
Was that your wife?
Hey?
No.
Was that your wife?
No, it's a true.
No, in that case, I have tears in my eyes.
Yeah, but it's a true story. Mike just showed up one day and the person was at the till and couldn't pay for it. He just told the cashier, just forget about charging her, let her go through, and I'll pay for everything. You know, that was very cool. That was very cool. You know, and you know, and you don't expect to want to see the person again. It's not like, hey, you're going to owe me this, you know.
No.
I pulled a lady out of the ditch in the center divide. She went off the road into the center divide. I put a rope on. I pulled her out. She insisted on paying. I said, fine, I'm not going to argue. Here's my mailing address. I gave her my business card. My address was on it. A week later, I had a check for like $200. You know, wow. But I didn't expect the $200. She paid me essentially what the tow truck was going to charge her, you know, to go take care of that. You know, that's a couple of years ago. And recently, there was a homeless guy, or homeless. I don't want to say homeless because I don't think the guy was actually homeless. I think he just wanted to get a coffee. He didn't have enough money to get a coffee, and you know how you're down and out. And it's like, oh man, just getting a coffee would make me feel better, even though I got all these bills to pay and I got absolutely no money. You know, sometimes it helps. So I went to the local donut shop. I got a coffee and donut. I went back and I found him, and I opened up the tailgate of the truck. And we sat on the tailgate. And we talked about our stories while we had coffee in a parking lot, you know. And I don't expect him to pay anything back, you know. But I did something nice for that guy. Now hoping that he can do something nice for somebody else. Doesn't have to be about money. It could be helping somebody cross the road.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know.
You done that actually, Nelson, when you were younger.
Yeah, I know.
You know, we were in a grocery store and a lady walked up with it's a coupon they give you from welfare, $50 for groceries. Mm-hmm. And she was short about $3. And myself, I just started working. Nelson was by the bubble gum machine or something. So she had to start taking stuff away. I told the girl there at the cashier, no, here's $3 that she needs.
Yeah. And
the one thing that I did not like, the lady put her stuff in her bag, never said thank you or anything. She just walked away. Oh, wow. You know, but that's not what you should be looking at anyway.
No, but it's the fact that you did something good. That's what matters. That's what matters.
Yeah.
We could use the $3.
I used to live on a street called Aberdeen, and that big hill there. And I was on the 3rd story, and every morning at about 6:30, the guy in his wheelchair would come along, and it's a hill. He'd sit there, and he has to, wheelchair it up. And I just, after a while, just started going out. I said, hey, why not? It's exercise. I went out and, I'm going that way. I made him believe that I had to go to work too, because I was going on my way to work, which at the time, I had nothing to do up top of the hill. Not one thing. So I took the wheelchair behind. Hey, buddy, how you doing? And I started pushing up the hill, you know, and I'm all the way up the hill. This is 3 city blocks up the hill. And get to the top, I'm burned out. And he's like, oh, wow, gee, thanks, man. And I said, well, I'm off to work. At the end of the month, the guy goes, so where do you work? And I said, well, it's over that way. Don't worry about it. He goes, oh, that's funny, because last time I checked, I sat at the top of the hill, and I watched you walk all the way back down and right back to your apartment.
Busted.
Yeah, busted, yeah. But I did that for like 3-4 months until I moved. And I do regret not being able to tell the guy that I had to move, because I moved overnight kind of thing. It was like a split-second thing. I got an office space, and I moved into the office space. But it was
overnight moving, huh?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it was.
Yeah,
I know what it was.
I know a lot of people that do overnight moving.
Oh, no, but I did skip out on my rent. It was, I had to get the hell out of there because of the type of people moving in. Literally, this is a place where you just rented the room. You had to share the bathroom. Yeah, forget your disclaimer. Forget your disclaimer. I got this to talk to you as disclaimer. Hey, look, guys. Hey, watch, guys. I'm going to ruin the stream here, guys. I'm going to show nipples. Could you imagine if that went wrong? Oh. But no, but I had pleasure out of that, you know, helping a guy out, you know. And you know, if we don't help people out, even if there is so much darkness and in the world, and you know, the media shows us all the dark stuff because everybody wants to hear what the car. I mean, I do it too. I watch car crash videos, and how many of those people have injuries? But yet I watch the car crash videos, like, oh my God, look at that car! Oh, it's smashed to pieces! Oh my God, that person almost got hit. You know, and it's entertainment. But what about the people that were actually in those cars, or those trucks, or the cars that flipped over? You know, we don't think about that, but it's entertainment, you know. Those people that got the car flipped over, the first thing they're going through their mind is, son of a Dogecoin, right?
Yeah, but Nelson, you realize that's what people want to read. But if you look carefully, I was looking at the news, and there's a little tiny square in the bottom. Why is it so damn small? It's a firefighter. Okay, after that he finished his work, he noticed a homeless. He's sitting on the sidewalk. He cannot get to tie his laces up.
Oh.
He simply walked over and helped him tie his laces up. Yeah. And one of the journalists caught it. But they put it in a little tiny square, like even smaller than what John is right now. And down in the corner there, you really got to look. What is this? I would put that in the middle of the page.
The size of John on your screen is not the size of John on the stream, okay? John is pretty big.
John on my screen.
John's a big boy, okay? I wouldn't mess with the brother here, okay? And a brother in more sense than one.
And Mike is even smaller. I made it so you can just see top of his head.
Oh, yeah, that's it. I had one of our people yesterday got upset because I put a black square over her box, and I had to explain. I had no clue what was going to show up in that box, so I had a little black square over top the area. Can I replicate it right now? Hold on a second. I'm just curious if I can do it here. It's this one here, and if I transition here, let's. Oh, darn! Give me 1 second here, guys. There. Let's transition that. There we go. Okay, now look in the live stream, guys, and you'll see what I mean. In about 3 seconds, you'll see what I mean. Just take a look. Here it goes. Here it goes. Do. It's gonna move over. Oh, come on, update. It didn't take that long to update it. There. Now it should be updated for you guys. You see it?
Mine will take forever. I don't see it yet. Mine takes a long time.
You guys see it yet? You see the black square over top of Mike's face?
I don't see it.
On the stream, on the stream, on Twitch stream. Not in our program. I still see Mike's furry face. Hey,
nice.
Are your eyebrows the same color as your hair?
Oh, I see it. I see it now.
So, and I can change the color. I can make it red, purple. I can make it gradient. I can do all sorts of neat things with it. But I learned how to do that, and I'm like, hey, that's in live stream. I like. Because now you can block somebody out if they, if they keep coming back. You just keep there across their little squares. Like there, you're gone. You're in the show, and your video doesn't matter anymore. But going back to what we're saying, doing something nice for people. That comment really stood out for me. Was I don't know if I want to do anything nice for my family. Wow, I don't want to do very much nice for my family either. Let's face it, my brother relative to me is an asshole. Dogecoin, and no, hole's not a bad word. So just Dogecoin once, and. I don't talk to my older sister. I barely talk to my younger sister. Not because I don't like her or anything. It's just we don't connect on that level. But I can see. But yeah, I'm probably more prone to helping somebody out that I don't know versus somebody I do know. Like my dad, I gotta count on him. I need him to help me with my brakes of my truck. I'll help him out once in a while. Like when he puts a fire extinguisher in with the electronics, when I go to to drop off the electronics as a box, and they give me crap for the fire extinguisher in the box of electronics. Dad.
Duh. That's where they told me to send it.
Yeah, I know, but you're supposed to tell me so I put it in the chemical area, not in the electronics bin. I just dumped it.
Did you ask me?
Jesus. The guy had to go in the bin.
No, but be honest, it was on top of everything else.
No, but by the time it got there, I didn't see it because I dumped it into the other bins. And when I went to dump it in, I just took the bin and dumped it into this great big container, right? Well, the guy that was working goes, hey, there's a fire extinguisher. That's not allowed in there. So you have to go into the bin with all the electronics to pull out the fire extinguisher.
Well, you should have looked in the box before.
Well, no, it's for us to dump it. They don't really know. I think they're too picky. I mean, it's metal anyway.
I'll ask John. Fathers know better, right?
That's right.
John's a father?
No, he's the daddy. Sorry, yeah. Daddy's no better.
Patrick, I am your father.
Too much coffee.
I can see John going. Hold on a second.
John, is Uti back at home?
Not a 10th.
No, she'll. We go pick her up next Tuesday.
Next Tuesday, okay.
Yeah, they extended it.
I'll be there. I'll be there to pick up my girlfriend.
Mm. That would knock her out of her socks.
She'd go right back into rehab.
I had a sinus headache before the show started. I didn't want to take medication. So I took a bowl of rice, the leftover rice, and I put calypso sauce into the rice. Screw your disclaimer. I put calypso. You guys know what calypso
in your
sauce
nose,
is, right?
In your nose, I'm sure it's rice.
Yeah, no, I didn't snort it. But do you guys know what calypso sauce is?
No.
It's like it's a hot sauce. But it's called calypso sauce. And I put I put a couple. My wife goes, "Don't put too much." And I'm going, "Yeah, okay." And as I'm about to pour it in, she walks by and bumps my elbow. Bloop. Stir it in. I'm hoping there's enough rice. I get halfway through the bowl and I'm going. Meanwhile,
you're not a you're telling me you're not a spicy eater?
No, this stuff is spicy. But then again, there's spicier stuff. Hey, we're gonna do a chicken wing challenge one of these days this summer. I'm gonna make it a point to buy 10 different hot sauces, and we're gonna line them up, and there's gonna be one hot wing per sauce. Everybody in the challenge here, or hey, we can do it on the show too, John. You can get chicken wings, right, John? No, but I wouldn't do that to you, John, because that's like $150 just in sauces alone.
Hey, they made me sign a weaver.
A weaver? How about a waiver?
A waiver? A weaver?
A waiver, as most people say. Oh, you're in Surrey. You're in Surrey, BC.
I'm in Surrey.
Yeah.
You say it's gonna go with Surrey Weaver?
Weaver.
Sweet Weaver.
Sweet. Yeah. Anyway, they made me sign this waiver that.
Swaver, right?
Yeah, it's swaver. It's a swaver for service.
For what now? For what sauce?
For very hot sauce. Apparently, it was the hottest sauce possible.
Well, how long ago was that now?
Oh, a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, okay, good. Because there is one from New York that has been rated. He won the prize of the hottest sauce possible, but it's a $90 bottle of sauce. And I am going to have one of those. You put a little dab on your chicken wing, and you're good for it.
What is it? Ghost peppers?
No. This is hotter than that. This is hotter than
Hotter than ghost peppers?
Whoa, yeah. There is one where restaurant, like you said, there's a waiver. That one guy said he could handle it. He took a dab, little dook on a chicken wing and ate it. Started coughing. I gotta say, crapped his pants, threw up, everything. It all came out every direction, and he said it burned for hours. It was hot.
I had the 357 Magnum.
Yeah, that one's hot. I had that one, and that is hot.
And I had it just like that on a sandwich. It was so good.
Oh, yeah. But the sauces, are they burning the hell out of you and there's no flavor? Or is there flavor? That's what I want to get. I want to get the ones. I want to get 10 of them where there's flavor. Not just, going to burn everything.
You know, the problem with people is that when they buy hot sauce, they think that they have to go hot sauce. That hot sauce, basically, you have to, you know, it drops. It's not like saucy.
Yeah. It's not like when you're pouring it out and your wife comes along and goes, book, crap.
That's right.
Bloop.
Now we know, Nelson, why we can only see the top of Mike's head. We cannot look at his body.
Well, no, because it's that skinny.
It's burnt.
Yeah, it's that skinny. It's okay.
It's burnt.
It's burnt.
The puppet there, Ahmed Adetarius. Well, Mike's the same thing, but he's got the head. Ahmed's all bones, you know.
I kill you.
I kill you. Yeah. Quick, copyright disclaimer. Quick, put it up. Oh, jeez. There you go. Professional disclaimer. There you go. I'm going to have to put up the C on there, you know. But yeah, I do want to do the challenge here, but it's $150 just in sauces alone, and that's at a good price. You know, off Amazon, you can get the whole kit because it's the show that's called The Hot Ones. First We Feast channel, and they got a segment in there called The Hot Ones. And what they do is one chicken wing per question, and you have to take a little dab of the hot sauce, starting from the weakest all the way up to the strongest, and see how far you get. And they film all this, and I want to do something similar here with a round table, get 4 or 5 people there, and to see how far we get as a challenge. It's $150 for a hot sauce, and I think it was $150 for 10 bottles. It's sort of averaging out at $15 a bottle. We're going to use at most a dab for 4 wings. So what am I going to do with the leftover of this toxic waste that's going to sit in my fridge for 10 years? That even
send it to Germany.
Even bacteria won't touch it. Bacteria crawls under the cap and goes, "Holy Toledo, I'm out of here." Oh, jeez.
You scared Mike away.
Yeah, that's it. Mike,
he went to get more sauce.
Yeah.
Mike, we're coming to Surrey, Mike. We're going to do the challenge there at your place. I hope your toilet can handle it. Oh, he went and got his hot sauce. Let's see it. You're going to see Mike put his finger in his throat. How much did that cost you?
It was a gift.
I'm telling you, that's not cheap. Now, is that rated from hot weak to hot, or is it just different flavors with the same hotness?
No, they're all different flavors.
Yeah, but the same heat, roughly, right? Or is it all different heats? Because like Calypso sauce is like Tabasco, like around Tabasco sauce.
Oh yeah, but Tabasco sauce. I mean, you put a whole bottle in the Caesar, you don't taste anything.
Not here. I don't know what Tabasco sauce either hates. Well, could it have been?
You know the problem with Tabasco sauce?
Could that have been?
It's a lot of vinegar.
Yeah, I know, but could that have been Worcestershire sauce? Worcestershire? Did it taste a little bit fishy, Mike?
No. Tabasco sauce. I'm telling you, a guy
I know. Frank's Red Hot is hotter than Tabasco sauce. I know. Yeah. But it's just that I got a half bottle of Calypso sauce in my fridge. I think it's 3 years old, and it's still good. Nothing gets in there and survives. I mean, the glass is melting. No, it's not that hot, but it's spicy. I mean, I'm still feeling it. But what my point is, instead of taking medication for sinus pains, take some really hot sauce or eat a jalapeno, straight up. Just eat it, and you'll see that your sinuses just drain. It's like,
No, these Nelson, these basically they're basically a lot of chili peppers.
You're opening it now?
Hey?
You're not opening it now, are you?
No, 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 no.
Oh, okay, yeah.
There are a lot of chili peppers and all that.
Yeah. So it's pretty much all the same, but they got different flavors.
Yeah, of course.
Well, that's what I want. I want, like I said, I want the spices that not the ones that 3,000 alarm fire. Where all the fire stations of the world get together to try to put you out. If there's no flavor, there's no point in having a hot sauce, and it's just abuse on your body.
Well, that's the whole thing. You got a lot of chili heads. Basically, that's what they test.
Yeah, that's it.
And if you don't have flavor, I mean, hot sauce is supposed to have, to flavor your food. It's not supposed to be overbearing. And there's a lot of hot sauce that are extremely overbearing.
It's like your wife.
That's why they say very little.
It's like the wife. You want a wife that's not too overbearing.
Did
you guys know? I've discovered. Did you guys know that you're not, in a relationship, you're actually not allowed to ask your wife if you can have an open relationship? Do not do that. The guy I know did that, and he's going through a divorce now.
We definitely go on this one, man.
Yeah, that's it. Don't ask your wife for an open relationship. Do that when they're a girlfriend. Well, it makes sense. It makes sense. Follow me. Just follow along here. Ask them while she's your girlfriend, because then she'll say no. They most likely won't say yes. If they do say yes, hey, you got it all, an open relationship and a marriage and everything, right? But most likely they'll say no, you'll never get married, you'll never have to have that divorce. It makes sense, right? It's logical.
John said, now he tells me.
John's like, 35 years give you such a crank in the neck. Oh, Jesus. Oh.
Good.
And I honest to God did not ask for an open relationship. It's not me. It's a buddy I know.
Not while she was carrying the shotgun.
May or may not be called William Hanks.
Yeah.
You see, the hottest sauce, there's 10 of them really that are really hot. You've got the Carolina Reaper.
Yeah, that's hot.
The Mad Dog 357 Gold Edition.
Yeah.
The Crazy Uncle Jester Spontaneous Combustion.
Okay,
and
yeah,
I tried them all.
Yeah, no, but that one there is just heat. There's no flavor on that one. It's not.
Oh, no. They like I say, these sauces you put very
I know.
little.
Yeah, I know. But that third one that you named, I have had it, and all it is heat. There's no flavor to it.
And then there's Torchbearer, the Rapture.
How many are there here? Let's not go through a whole list. What's the number one hottest?
According to this, they don't give you they give you 10 different sauces, but it's based in Scovilles, and they don't give you the Scovilles.
Oh, okay, so did you find out the name of the person that can see Russia out of her back window of her house?
Yeah, it's Sarah Palin.
Sarah Palin.
Sarah Palin. Okay. Okay, we're good.
Yeah.
Okay, so he did his research. Mike, now go.
That's right. But no, the one I had was the Mad Dog 357 Ghost Pepper.
Ghost pepper.
Yeah. And that one, I'll tell you one thing, is hot.
Yeah, it is hot. Yeah, that's it. Hey, question. So it's a question from yesterday, and a question that came up. I'm looking at my phone here. A question from yesterday. Dad was already here, but John and Mike, you guys were not on. There are people asking if we should allow not advertisements like Bandvertise on the Murdoch social feed, but more along the lines of like when you go to Twitter or Facebook, where you can say boost the views on your post. Now, obviously, it doesn't work right now because we're showing everybody's post to everybody. So, in the next upcoming weeks, people are going to have to start saying, "I want to follow John. I want to follow Nelson. I want to follow Mike." So, being that you're following people, and let's say my dad puts up a post, and he wants everybody to see it. Should he be allowed to pay to have his post seen by everybody in the network?
Then I think we'll be going in the wrong direction.
You don't think so? You think we should keep the ads out of the social feed?
Well, I mean, I think it's pretty cool as it is, because I mean, people they can talk about what they want in the feed and put up their links and stuff like that. I don't think we should get too carried away with it, because The thing about it is, right, in our industry, you have all of these leeches,
Yeah, yeah.
you see, and they just want to suck the life out of, so if you make that step, then you might notice in the social feed, you just have everybody advertising everything, trying to get everybody and their brother
To sign up,
to,
sign up, that's it.
to
So in other words, what you're saying is we should keep it along the same basis like Banvertise, where if you want your banner seen, you have to run the code on your site. You can't just come in and buy it.
yeah, I mean, like it is right now. Without, I mean, you can tweak it a little bit, sure.
Oh yeah, well,
But I
we
think,
will over time. But I'm just getting everybody's views on here. I mean, don't get me
Yeah,
wrong.
but,
Don't get me wrong. I'm not taking anything you're saying seriously here. Okay, it's a matter of opinion. Your opinion don't matter, bro. No, but go on.
what do you want to say, Mike? What do you want to say, Mike?
Well, I think that we've already got a thing that you've already set up for advertising,
Yeah, Banvertise. Yeah.
and I think also on Skype you've got a place where they advertise all kinds of stuff.
Oh yeah, but Skype, that was a mistake. That was a mistake. that was supposed to be a bot that I installed. It went and added everybody to a room, and then I went, oh no. Hey, promote everything here.
Well, that's just it. If they're promote over there.
Yeah, that's if they know about it. Yeah,
Yeah.
but I'm not actively advertising that side of things.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes, in the social feed, people can put their links in if they want,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
I mean,
because you go ahead,
Go
Joe.
ahead.
Go ahead.
what more do you want? I mean,
Well, no. I'm just curious because some people
No,
were
I mean,
asking,
what
can I boost
Yeah.
my ad to be seen? But at the time, they didn't understand that it's not, your ad isn't, or your post isn't being shown to just your downline. Right now, it's being shown to everybody. When you log in, you see everybody's post.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter who's under who right now. And then
Yeah.
it was supposed to be just who you're under. But what if you don't like 2 or 3 of the people that you're under? Okay, let's take the Belinda situation with John McDermott, and I'm about Belinda. Well, Belinda, somebody doesn't like her. John McDermott wants nothing to see, and John McDermott happens to be one of the people that want to buy an ad. He doesn't want to see her posts, but he's stuck with it. So then we thought, okay, let's take that function away, and we'll make it so that users eventually, like in the next few weeks, will have to start following other users. You see, so like Twitter and like Facebook, but I want to make it more round circle. When you follow somebody, they automatically see yours also. It's more of a ring, I want to call it, more than just following, because we're not doing a Twitter thing,
Okay.
Because so that way, if somebody follows John, John's following them too, kind of thing,
Kind
more
of
or
an
less.
even exchange type thing.
Yeah, that's it. So I think with that mechanism's good, but over time we're gonna have people going, well, I want my ads seen by everybody. So you're saying they should just go strictly with Banvertise, get a website, get a banner made, and promote it that way, and get your ads seen that way.
Okay, exactly. And if we want some advertising and all that, we could open up the site just strictly advertising.
Oh, I don't want to get too much into advertising. I did that. I've been there, done that. It's a neat thing to do, but you're gonna have the constant daily problem. How come I'm not getting my hits? How come I'm not getting my views? I want my money back. And it's such a, the people just don't understand the mechanism behind advertising.
Yeah.
Unless you tell them you're paying this much to have your ad seen for the duration of 30 days, regardless how many people see it. Then you've got a limitation as to you've got 30 days. But then they're gonna, of course, when they go to buy it, well, how many people are going to see it? Well, we don't know. It depends on who sees it. It's a tough industry. I would rather just stay into the membership stuff, and then if somebody else wants to advertise, let them advertise. Because we do have $2ads.com now that I mentioned it. Yeah, we have that. I think $5ebooks.com. We got to do something with that too. Yeah. Okay, and the that was that one.
The other one, Nelson, was uploading videos to Mardocs.
Oh yeah. What do you guys think about allowing people to be able to upload videos, their own videos, like they do on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, where you can upload a video clip, not just embed it, but actually able to make video and upload it. Now that's separate from the people like you and me, John, where we're going to make video series. Okay, but just general people. Hey, I want to take a video of my cat and upload it to Mardocs. So we want to allow that kind of stuff to go up.
No. No, then you get all kinds of weird stuff.
Oh yeah, well, we've already got weird stuff. You see the stuff going up now with images?
I think that would spoil things. I mean, people, they get carried, and we don't really want to lose the focus of what Mardox is supposed to be all about. It's a community, yes, but what kind of community, right?
Right.
What kind of community? It's about networking and building our businesses and so on and so forth. And it's just like any company and whatnot. When you're all sitting together, if you're sitting across the desk from each other or you're in the break room or whatever, people talk about whatever. It's like what we do on here. Sometimes we even talk about marketing, but
sometimes it happens. It kind of slips in.
Yeah. But when I think if we go that route in the social feed,
did my dad just clap his hands?
I don't know.
Yeah, he just went like this.
If we go that route in the social feed, it's like Mike's saying, you get all kinds of weird stuff.
Well, I'm not worried about the weird stuff. I mean, we're going to have some weird stuff coming up. I mean, I got to put a function to be able to report content. And there is the function of you can put a video on YouTube and then embed it in the social feed. There is that function there. So we're okay with leaving people go to Vimeo or YouTube and upload their videos there and then link to it and show their video. We're okay with that, right?
Yeah, I mean, if they want to show it on another platform, sure.
Well, because we can't really stop them anyways. I mean, if they do, if we don't allow the embedding part, which actually makes it look nicer, they're just going to put a link in a post and say, "Here, go check out my video." So you're still going to have the video promotion stuff.
Well, they could do their. I mean, if they're doing some advertising, they might as well do it that way then.
Yeah, and that's enough.
Yeah.
The other question was about the social feed, and this is good because there's a lot of questions around social feed right now. This is getting, it's starting. The idea around social feed, for those of you that don't know, we started a social networking feed. We called it Social Feed in Mardox. And if you're not already in there, go to mardox.com, mardox.com, and you'll see right when you log in, there's a whole feed. You can post stuff and talk to people and leave comments. We're building it as it is literally being built as we speak, and we're asking our members, what do you think? Should we add this? Should we have that? This no, that no, this yes. And then you got Mike going, yeah, put everything in, but nothing of anyone else's. Especially that John guy, get all his ideas out. Mike, 10 years from now, Mike wants to say, I built it with Nelson's help. And the idea behind Social Feed originally was people want to be able to put comments on their websites anywhere in the world, not just Mardox. They want to be able to take a snippet of code, put it on, and anybody from Mardox, or because obviously, say for example, John would put the code on his site, he should have his blog post, and then right below you would have the Mardox social feed would be the commenting section. And then I would come along, okay, I'm logged in or I need to sign up, but I can leave a comment under John's page. That's how it started. But then in the testing and building process, we need a place where we can have posts because nobody's putting the comments anywhere yet. So we started the social feed. And now it's just blowing up because people like it because they're involved in this. And they say, hey, we can design this. We can actually say we want this to do this and that to do that. So this is actually cool how people are communicating about this. So going back to what I was going to say. Now I'm going to have to rewind the video to remember what I was going to say because what was I going to say? Let's say next month. Right now, people are posting and they're putting up videos and stuff. Next month, we're going to have to restrict the feed to paid and free members. What do you guys think the limitation should be? Now, so far, the suggestion would be free members get to post just posts, and paid members get to upload the images, videos, link to pages, all the rest of the tabs. What do you guys think of that idea? Or do you have any comments on that?
I think it's reasonable.
You already answered this once, I think.
It's possible.
It's possible. I can't remember. I'm John. I'm old.
What do you think, Mike? What do you think?
I got to think about that one, really. The paid member should always have a little bit more than a free member.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because now the other part of it will be, and it's already on there. I got to work on that tonight or tomorrow. You can take your post and advertise your post as a website. There's an actual link there for below each post says URL. When somebody off the net, let's say John Smith, oh God forbid there's a John Smith, John Doe comes along and he hits John's page, he likes the post, I want to comment or I want to follow John, whatever functionality, but he's not a member yet. He'll be told to sign up at Mardox, and when he's at John's post, he becomes John's downline, John's referral. So that's actually a good tool. So the idea would be that we leave Social Feed completely free and open, allowing people to come in and see all this content, and then getting them to actually sign up underneath people. That was the other option. More of a way to. John's always on me about landing pages and stuff like that. Talk about the ultimate landing page. You can create a post, and every post is your landing page.
But you'd have to put a kind of a comment, Nelson, that it's not we're not running multi-level marketing, because a lot of people would think that with that type of thing they'd be thinking, it's a level marketing.
Oh no. John Doe comes along and sees your post, Mike, and wants to comment. He would have to sign up. When he signs up, to create an account. He's your referral because that's your page. He's at your post. You see what I mean? You write a post about the image that you saw in the store window, okay? And then you decide to go on Facebook and promote that post from Mardox on Facebook, Twitter, wherever. You tell your friends about it. Hey, this is a cool place. They go to the post, they see the image, they want to comment on it. Oh, really cool photo, I really like it. Click. Sorry, you have to sign in or sign up. You see what I mean? And it become your referral. It's your referral. It's a referral program. You see, any way you want to look at it, John refers Mike, Mike refers me, but I refer my dad. It is an MLM. There's no getting around it. It's always been an MLM. It's just we're not paying out on MLM. We only pay one level of commissions. But the whole.
So basically, he becomes like a nasty word said, a kind of a lead basically to you.
Well, no, it becomes a lead to whoever that person is under.
Well, exactly. That's what I mean.
That's it. But then the idea,
remember the L word.
Yeah. No, we're allowed to say leads now, aren't we?
Yeah, I'd say it now.
They're good. Oh my God, I said lead and now I'm itchy. Oh my God. Oh, what is going on here? Oh God. Oh, stop saying the word. Oh, it's better. Oh, it's calming down. Someone's gonna take that and make a GIF out of it.
Use the words John used: focus and marketing.
No.
That's why I went like this before. You said words.
Well, we're talking about
focus and marketing. That's right.
We're talking about marketing. We're talking about it. Now, like I said, it's a matter of opinion, and none of your opinions matter. Okay, guys, you understand this? I'm just listening to you because it makes me look good. And then I go do whatever the hell I want to. As my wife says, it doesn't matter what I say. You're going to do what you want anyways. So I'm going to follow along with what my wife says, and I'm just going to leave you guys in the dust. No. There was a question about creating a web page, a section in the site, either by month or by year, showing who the contributors are of the site, because we're not saying to anybody who helps contribute to the development of Mardox. And I was told that could be a good incentive. It was Fabiana that was said it. So yeah, we should sit down and build that function. To be able to show people, hey, John helped build this. Maybe under development, another person's an artist. Put him as graphic designer or artist. Artistry. Do you guys think that's a good, a valuable thing we should put up? I mean, recognition of our members. I would think, right?
I think anytime you recognize someone for something on a venue like this is a good thing.
Yeah, it's a good thing.
Yeah. People kind of like to see their name in relation to something that they have done to help in this program or this whatever, and it's incentive to want to do more. And maybe
who was the person that said what? I don't understand. What's going on?
No, but no, like John says, no, it's true. I mean, there's a certain amount of recognition that you did something.
Yeah.
You know, there are people that like to have that big ego.
Well, the question came up when a person said, I would like to be able to put in my resume that I helped develop Mardox.com. Person was a programmer and designer. And I said, sure, have the person call me. But then I'm sitting there going, I don't really want everybody calling me. Hi, so-and-so said you're a reference. I don't really want that because I got other things to do than try to remember who did what where. So I was thinking, if you put a website up and say, in 2017, these people helped in these divisions. Then the person put on his resume, go check out this site. I'm listed there as doing this development on that site. Maybe not get into the specifics, but just in the category of say graphic design, a category of Java programming, so on and so forth. John would be the category of just wasting my time.
That's where I belong.
No, you'd be no. You're the category of making Nelson look good. And my dad would be just in the category of family and others.
I'm in the category of setting up people and making sure they belong in the right place.
Are you trying to say you're gonna be the spokesperson? Hi, I'm Michael Kustra. Are you looking for a website where we're building a community? Are you looking for a place where you can just be yourself but yet not make any money? Join us today. It's free.
I think Mike would like to be the host.
Go for it. Go for it. I don't want to be the host anymore. Nobody loves me. Oh, jeez. Did you guys notice that there's no traffic on Wednesdays? Fabiana shows up and there's people. I think she goes and tell. I think Fabi goes in and says to people, "Okay, I'm gonna be on the show today." I think she tells people show up.
All of Vegas and North Dakota watches.
This better be good. Oh man. Oh wow. Oh. Cricket.
No, but like John was saying, I guess you could have a kind of I don't know what can you call it?
I would just put a page like in the About Us section. I'll redo the whole About Us in terms of conditions and all that. But in the About Us section, I would make it more dynamic, where all I have to do is click on a person's username, and I could categorize them for that year as to where they fit in. It would be a very simple thing to do, and in fact, most of us would be able to do it. So if we're doing work, John as an administrator would be able to log in and say, "Oh yeah, okay, this person did this," and it would show up on the site.
I'll show up in a recycle bin.
Yeah, well, yeah, family or other.
Yeah.
And with the or other bolded out, other, and it's only your name under it. Oh, jeez. No, but I think it is important to have to show people, hey, there's contributors. There's a lot of people. It's not I say I do the programming, but there's a lot of people that do the Java. There's PHP. There's some Python programming in there. There's Pascal, C++, and that's not all me. I do most stuff in PHP. And then there's the back-end hosting stuff. We hire people to help us with the server configuration and make a lot of this stuff work. Like your third-level domains, esljohnny.mardox.com. The fact that that's made live, not me having to go in and go, you know what I mean? That was a programmer that had to come in and configure the server, not necessarily programming, but server configuration. So yeah, there's a lot that goes on there, and we don't list them anywhere. So I think that's gonna be cool. John, there's a task. You now have a job at Mardox. Take care of the list.
What?
That along with teaching everybody English at Mardox.
Yeah.
Is that going to be just for community members or?
Well, I if anybody contributes, sure, why not? Let them. Why? What do you have in mind? I'm worried.
No, because you said you build a community one member at a time. Is this going to be just for the community or?
Well, yeah. If we get to 1 million people, it's still a community.
Okay.
Is that what you're saying? Am I getting it right?
No, I'm sorry. Every Tom, Dick, and Harry can send in something.
Oh but it has to be relative to what we're doing. We have to say, okay, guys, we need someone to do this. that person does that, they are now a contributor. Well, like on the shows, we're all contributors here. We contribute to this show. You know?
Yeah, John.
Yeah, John. Oh my God, my name's going to be listed as a show contributor. Oh my God. How can I make that work for me?
Hey, I just do research. That's all I do.
Yeah.
Private investigation.
And then, yeah, I do research, and Nelson is the one that gets screwed.
Well, John automatically has the night shift.
Oh.
Well, you're on at 9 p.m. whatsoever.
Okay, yeah, okay. I gotta admit though, he is brighter lately. I'm noticing that. He turns on the lights.
No reference to colors, please. I don't.
I didn't say color. I said light. He's got light.
Yeah, I put it. I got another light bulb.
Yeah, so. Because at the other shows it's so dark. I'm talking about the lighting.
I have one of these energy saving light bulb thingies. And
does it really save anything? You got to leave it on all the time to see anything.
Well, my light bulb I got here is energy saving. I don't turn it on.
Yeah, it's a sunlight. Here, I'm in a dungeon. They surround me with concrete and they closed off that wall with concrete. I can't get out anymore.
You telling me your wife feeds you only through a little hole?
No. I do not need any help. I'm not being held hostage. I am very loved and cared for here.
What is that on that card? 911?
We have is that the number? I've been trying to find it. I had to follow the police station on Facebook to get their attention. Then they blocked me because they didn't like me. They unfriended me. Oh, jeez. Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, do it. Do it.
Oh.
Oh, that's what he's talking about.
That's click. Let me turn my light bulb on.
Do you want more light? Hold on a second. Here, John. Yeah, hold on a second, John. Let me give you more lighting here, okay? There we go. Go for it, Johnny.
Oh, I'm on. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, once again for joining the Marduk's Daily Live Chat that comes to you Monday through Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, whatever time Pacific. I can't remember. 12 Pacific.
Yep.
And 9 p.m. Berlin time in Germany. And if you're watching us via YouTube, please remember to do 3 very important things: is subscribe, like, and comment on the video channel. And if you are watching us via Twitch, please remember to do one very important thing, and to follow us. And please comment.
Yeah, if we get more followers, we'll be able to go subscribe. But we can't do it. We can't do it yet because we're not big enough. We need more followers.
Follow us, folks. We need stalkers.
We need followers, please. We're desperate. We're only, what 13 left? We need.
We still need 13. That is great.
It hasn't moved. It goes up one, drops down, goes back up one.
Good.
What's going on? What's going on with all these people?
It's like we have 37 friends and that's it. I gotta say it. We were 35. Belinda left. We hit 34. The next day we went 37. It sat there. I think Belinda was bringing us to friends.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Possible.
Yep.
Anyway, gentlemen, I must run.
Walk.
I'll do that. Yeah, I'm getting kind of old.
Say bye, guys. So I can find that button. I just can't find that button.
Bye, everyone.
Okay, take care, everyone.
Where's
Damn internet.
Where's the button?